You know, I've been thinking about over the last few months now, all the material that I've been posting out on recognizing the script keepers and recognizing what the importance is or are with regards to why it's so important for the elements to perpetuate constant feed into the system for people and people feeding into the system itself. But I don't think I have explained it very clearly that we're basically looking at something that was original, that which I call the field or the noosphere, and the originality of that essence is something that was put into the creation of this realm that we'll exist in. So we have the reality in which we exist. It is then comprised out of smaller pocket realities which many of you have worked on to create for yourself, because that's what we were supposed to do, to protect ourselves from the influx of influences and frequencies and harmonics that are constantly badgering the mind, body, soul, and spirit daily. However, the noosphere is the noosphere is the original form of infinite potential or potentia. That means that whatever you think and want to create, once you are thinking about it, the mental process and the focus on it starts to become a reality within your realm of existence, which is connecting with the noosphere. The system overlay that I keep talking about is the replica or clone or the mirror world of the noosphere, which is based on the matrix, or as I've said before, that is the if it wasn't for that series or those movies to come through, I think many people would not have known anything else, because most people still follow slavely to perpetuate that belief system of that specific reality. The system overlay or the matrix itself is, like I said, a mirror world. It is a clone or a copy of the noosphere, and this mirror world, call it whatever you want. I call it the system overlay, so you understand the difference between what is original and what is fake. Was created by people for the people, by whichever way is possible and means. And I think once you start to talk about those specific aspects and details, I've noticed that people start to glaze over. They're not interested to understand that we are essentially responsible for many of the problems that we're going through. Yeah, granted, we get those people that are perpetuating that specific process or that program or the drama, the New World Order drama that they're perpetuating now for centuries. I mean, for centuries, people have been going through New World Orders, many of them, and New World religions and New World revolutions. But the fact is, no one's really actually. I'm not talking about the ones that are. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the mundane, the many, the plenty, the general. What helps what I see, what they seem to go on for or go into is the conspiracy of everything. So when there's a mystery of a conspiracy, then that's it. Then we've done. Then there's some sort of fame that comes with it. The JFK, the UFO, the moon landing, all those things that people are stuck on. They don't move from it. It's like people who have experienced military abduction, MyLab experiences, UFO experiences, and they're still stuck in it. They don't go on. I mean, it happened maybe hundreds of years ago with them, but they still stuck in it because there's a thrill, there's a feed from that experience, there's a feed of perpetuating that drama. And I can see that there are people who are identifying, constantly seeking those to identify with so that they can attach themselves to that specific label so that they can feel safe. And normally, unfortunately, those people that are perpetuating those specific information, and I'm not talking specific on the I just use the MyLab experiences as an example. I'm talking about everything. Doesn't matter what it is. I mean, if you look all across the entire social platforms, there are people that are harping onto things that was in the past, something that was generating a lot of interest, and they keep dressing it up and dressing it up, and they don't know what else to use anymore because they don't look for anything inside of themselves. And so I noticed that if I talk about things and talk about going into the self and bringing all the information out, that they become bored with that because they don't have that. So that's quite pretty. It's very interesting. I'm sharing my thoughts here that there's that which we are dealing with as well. The focus on external need to be fed by chaos, by a type of chaotic frequency that helps and panders to the ego. And again, the ego is not the enemy, but it's how the story is pandered to. It's how the information is fed to. There's no dramatic music and chaos drama and we're going to watch an X-Files movie and or Star Trek movie, then you're bored. You're boring, and you bored me to death, and I don't want to listen to you. And you know, it's not that simple. It's got to be something much bigger. It's got to be like the aliens are coming to land and they're gonna slaughter us all, or it's gonna be like a you know, the Brave New World scenarios playing out. So drama perpetuates the chaos, perpetuates and feeds constantly the system overlay, because the system overlay, as I said, is an egregore, an entity, a thing that exists and that requires people to feed into. You see, it's boring to talk about God and Great Spirit and to find the connection within. It's better, it's more fun to talk about imminent danger. It's more fun to talk about, constantly needing to live on the adrenaline because, you know, we're going to get attacked just now we're going to get attacked by some force, something, some element. Then there's a reason to feel justified in that chaos. And so, as I've said before, a long time ago, a few maybe years ago, that we are entering into a frequency that is based on something that is called delusion. And delusion frequency is related to the mirror effect that's busy cracking. And when the pictures are not what is perpetuated, when the image itself is distorted in the psyche, that is then what you're dealing with. You will deal with people like that. I'm giving you a heads up. Be mindful of those types of people that need to constantly be fed on chaos, because those are the people that are feeding the system overlay. They are making sure, they're the minions that make sure that the the demon in the temple is still alive. So they'll bring whatever they can find as sacrifices for it to exist. And so think about who you share information with. Think about what information you get from people. Always go within and actually going within is not a boring aspect. Going within and connecting with the original creator is absolutely timeless, infinite potential. It is quickening the consciousness. It is, if you are original in your existence, your right to do so, to engage with the original creator. Notice that I have said, if you are an original being, you need to earn it. You need to have had it in your consciousness. You need to have had it already within you to do so. And so that is something that the chaos thing, like I've just explained, the chaos drama, the fear factors, the fear porn, and the issues around it, it's all part of feeding that monster so that it can still feed them what they need, because it's all about wanting to be in the front row of the cinematics. So yeah, I'm leaving that with you. Talk soon.